good morning, and welcome to the countdown for the Butterfield Bermuda Championships, the PGA Golf Tour event that will take place in Bermuda later on this year. I'm joined by Danielle from the PGA. Danielle, as we begin this countdown, it's another exciting year of golf already, with ups and downs. We'll get to that as well. But let's reflect back on 2021 and then what we can look forward to in 2022. So from your standpoint, sum up the tour event in Bermuda for 2021.
Yeah, so lots of wind. I would summarize it as windy, but it was a great success. Each year we've seen fantastic growth. I think the biggest difference that we're going to see from 2021 and this year is that we don't have as much COVID restriction to deal with. And that is a beautiful thing. We can, open our gates and welcome more spectators to our grounds. Our hospitality doesn't have to be near as restricted. So a little bit more fun. And with that and with our maturity and our brand comes a little bit more enhancement. So you'll see some opportunity for more elevated hospitality structures, like our main longtail club, which is actually sold out, is going to be completely floored. It's going to have nice decoration. It's going to potentially have some music and some opportunity for a little bit of fun after the golf each day. And then we'll also add some enhancements like a sustainability partner. So, implementing that sustainability message to limit single-use plastic, as well as, of course, take care of our lovely island. And then things like an autograph alley, which we haven't been able to do in the past. So a nice messaging and opportunity for families and youth to really interact with the players that we have had to keep an arm's distance from in the past. Really, we haven't been able to have a full and open and fun event since 2019. But I do think we pulled it off in 2020 and 2021, but nice to turn the corner for sure.
It was recently announced that the Butterfield Bermuda Championships, it's a standalone PGA event. How exciting is that? They had canceled the China event last year, but now that it is this year a standalone event, how exciting is it for you guys helping to organize this and Bermuda being the spotlight?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, the opportunity that we have been afforded this year is really exciting for us. As a standalone event, that's one thing, right? And we've been afforded that, that luck, I guess you could call it, in 2020 and 2021. This year, it's a bit different. The players in the past had been traveling still from Japan or from China. And so it was difficult for them to get to Bermuda. And this year, that's not the case. The players will be traveling from South Carolina. So they're already on the East Coast. They already have, pretty easy opportunity to either get to Charlotte or Atlanta to head over to the island. And then after us is actually Mexico. So the standalone event piece is already, something that attracts players to us. But then that ease of transport is something that even more players, we hope, will be attracted to. We've done quite a bit of work. Javon Roberts, our assistant tournament director, he's actually been responsible for player recruitment. And he's been working really hard to visit other tournaments and try to speak to players and honestly tell them about Bermuda. The one thing that we always notice is a lot of people don't realize that it's just a 2-hour flight from the East Coast. It's not difficult to get here at all. So that's something that, of course, is really exciting for us. And we love the way that, it was stated, the only show in town. That is true. And with everything going on in the golf world right now, it is nice that Bermuda gets to claim that and encourage players to come in support of the PGA Tour and of Bermuda in October.
Sure. I mean, you just mentioned there's a lot of things going on in the sport of golf. Obviously, the tug of war with the PGA and the Live Tour. How is that kind of going on, and we're still managing to get this event going and looking for some of the top 100 players in the world to be on island?
Yeah, I think it's all about, there's still a great group of players that are sticking around and holding true and staying loyal to the tour that brought them so far and gave them all of these opportunities. And that's our focus. Our focus is on those players. And we are competing with this rival golf league. And we actually, the Butterfield Bermuda Championship does go opposite of the Live Golf Championships in Miami the same week in October. But our messaging to players is show your support for the PGA Tour. And we are the only PGA Tour event on the calendar for that week in October. We are easy to get to. We're a fantastic event. We have a fantastic view. So there are no bad reasons to come to Bermuda. And it's been really refreshing to see the support that players like Justin Thomas and Tiger Woods have put forth for the PGA Tour. And that's something that we, honestly, we hope to hang on to and to keep that messaging alive and encourage players to come and show that support in Bermuda in October. So.
Sure. Now let's take a look at October, because there's been an announcement that already one section has been sold out.
Yes. So really exciting news. I kind of mentioned our brand, right? And the establishment of our brand on the island. It's finally happening, and it's very cool to watch, especially from the beginning to now. So our Longtail Club is our premier hospitality space. Mm-hmm. It's mainly dedicated to companies, right, who want a little bit of branding and a whole lot of entertainment. And we are actually sold out. We announced our sellout, I believe it was about 2 weeks ago now. Mm-hmm. And that hospitality structure, to say it's sold out is one thing. It actually did increase in size this year. So not only 12 companies can fit in, plus our founding partners, and of course the BTA, but also 10 other companies were able to secure basically a table or two inside of the Longtail Club. So we're very excited about that. The space will be upgraded. So we'll have flooring in there, carpet, we'll have upgraded furniture. It'll be a nice covered tent with drink rail and clear rail around it. And of course, we'll have the smoker that IRG brings out for some great food. And we do hope to add some entertainment for following the close of play each day as well. So really excited. And now that it is sold out, it leaves our hospitality tickets or upgraded ticket opportunities limited to the Digicel Business Ocean Club. But we always talk about that is the best view on the golf course by far. That Digicel Business Ocean Club is going to be put back on the 16th hole. As everyone is probably aware, it had a little bit of damage last year. So we did restructure it just a little bit. We ended up angling it in a different way so that it's a little protected from the wind by 15. So we're hopeful that, that structure is going to be much stronger this year. But of course, I really hope that we don't have the same experience with wind as we did last year. But nonetheless, it was a structure we couldn't get rid of. We wanted to keep it and fight for it. So it'll be there once again as a shared open-aired hospitality space with all-inclusive food and beverage, televisions, upgraded restrooms, all sorts of great stuff, all presented by Digicel Business.
Sure. And obviously this event cannot go without volunteers, because, you just need many hands to make the work that much lighter. But the volunteer section of the Bermuda, the Butterfield Bermuda Championship.
Yeah, so our volunteer program is open. It launched on July 12th, and we welcomed all of our previous volunteers. So basically offered out to everyone who has volunteered with us in the past, and we're about halfway to our goal already, which is actually further along in the recruitment process than we've ever been at this time. So Arden Vickers is our volunteer manager. She does a fantastic job of helping, assisting, and kind of communicating with the volunteers on committees that are open and jobs that are available. But we do have youth opportunities available. So if you're as young as 12 and as old as however old, you can come and volunteer with us and have a great time. BF&M is our volunteer sponsor. And they've actually enhanced the volunteer package this year as well. So the volunteers will not only receive their typical polo and hat, lanyard and credential and all those goodies, but they'll also receive a rain jacket. So a really nice upgrade, and thank you to our volunteers. And we're really excited for that.
Sure. And you've had charities on different holes as well, monitoring, the event as well. What's the Parity Intake this year? What is that like?
Yeah, so charities are able to get involved through two different programs with us. We launched our Birdies for Charity program, which is our main charitable initiative. And that is a matching fund program. Essentially, any charity who is registered on the charitable registration list can register with us. They basically just have to provide that letter that they get, as well as some banking information. And then they can go and raise money. They solicit funds just typically as they do throughout their calendar year, or they can encourage people to go to our website. We do have a donation page that is live on our website now, where anyone can visit and make a donation if they wish. Those funds then get matched up to 10%, all thanks to our partners. Those are our founding partners, our title sponsors, as well as some other partners that actually put in money to make those matching funds possible. Last year alone, we raised over $646,000 for charities on island. And this year, our goal is $1 million. Dee Cooper is our community outreach manager, and she is the one who spearheads our Birdies for Charity program. She's done a fantastic job of getting the story out, right? What is the program? Because sometimes it does come off a little bit confusing. I'll admit I was confused when I first heard about it, but it is an amazing program. It's such a blessing. And we are very lucky to have Dee Dee on our team to be able to explain that, work with charities, and then also get them involved. We have a little over 20 charities involved right now. And Dee Dee is consistently working to bring more charities in, but we do encourage everyone to join us. There is no minimum amount that you have to raise. There are no restrictions to being a part of the program. If you raise money during the year, great. If you don't, no problem. We can try again the next year. So it really is a great program, and we're hopeful for the future of it.
Sure. Now, on to the even more exciting part. When can we start hearing names of players who have qualified for the Butterfield Bermuda Championships?
Great question. So we did announce our first sponsor exemption, Mr. Swan. So we're very excited about that as the first individual to be announced in our field. I think that will be a fantastic opportunity for the island, as well as for Kim. We're excited to work with him and to see him show us what he's got. I'm sure that the crowds are going to be huge on during the tournament. So we're excited for that. And then as for the other exemptions and other field lists, we won't have our first look at the field list until September. And that'll be pretty fresh, pretty green. It'll change quite a bit as we move through. Our position on the calendar does, it doesn't give us an access or a good idea of what our field list is going to look like until we get through this 2021-2022 season. So September, we will make our first kind of player and field announcement. And then we will be hosting our local qualifier again. And that local qualifier is going to happen in early October. We haven't nailed down the dates just yet, but that local qualifier will actually offer 3 local Bermudians an exemption opportunity into the tournament. So making that a total of 4 Bermudians that get to join us this year in the field. So very excited.
Yes. Now, as we close out the 2021-22 PGA Tour event, how exciting has the tour been this year? Because you have multiple winners up and down the leaderboard of the PGA.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see Tony Finau. My goodness, that was such a cool last 2 weeks, right? And I do think that even though there has been some change in, the players that we're seeing each weekend and week out on the PGA Tour, I do think it's a really cool opportunity for some of these other guys that we know are so great. We know their names. They have an opportunity. It's so true whenever someone departs from something, it offers another opportunity for someone under them to, take that claim and take that road and be a champion. And we're going to see a fresh group of champions that I couldn't be more excited about. And we still have some fantastic names out there, like Justin Thomas and Tony Finau and Cameron Young. I mean, my goodness, he is a stud. He's incredible. He's so good. He's so personable. And I think really excited for the future of the tour and the future of the championship that we host in Bermuda. We are very hopeful. And as I mentioned before, Javon Roberts is actively working to recruit players and to encourage players to come to Bermuda. And I do think that we will have some luck this year with bringing some people over. And we couldn't be more excited for the future of the tournament.
Sure. We've covered a lot this morning. Our first countdown to the Butterfield Bermuda Championships for 2022. Anything you want to wrap up with?
No, I'm very excited. And I just want to say that general admission tickets will be available on September 12th. So everyone keep an eye out for those opportunities. And if you are a charity or a volunteer that would like to join us this year, those opportunities are available on our website. And if you're interested in hospitality, reach out to myself or Javon Roberts on our team, and we'll get you taken care of.
All right. Well, Danielle, it was great talking to you.
Thank
Great
you.
start to this year's countdown. And
Yep.
we look forward to another blockbuster event in October at the Port Royal Golf Course for the 2022 event. Okay?
Yes, we are excited. Thanks so much, Earl.
Okay. Well, we'll be talking with you again next week.
Yep.
Do enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you. You as well.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.